Welcome back. Today we are going to do another wonderful chapter from your syllabus called The Unbeatable Mary Com. We all know that sports has always been a driving force in many people's life because sports keeps us mentally and physically fit, and that is why I don't think there is anybody who says I do not like to play. We all love to play. And there are some who make a career in different sports. We too many a times have sports personalities as our idols. Probably, maybe some of us are interested in cricket, so we have Sachin Tendulkar or Rohit Sharma or somebody or the other, all those famous cricketers. And many of us keep big posters of theirs in our homes also. Similarly, there are some sportsmen and women who are absolutely exceptional because they go on to do certain things or certain feats in their life whereby we go on to admire them and look upon them. And one such person out over here that we are going to do in this chapter is none other than the famous Mary Com, the great woman Indian boxer. If you look at the poster out there, I have given out over there Mary Com as well as another poster of the film that was made in her name called Mary Com, which showed the entire world how the Indian women have moved out from the stereotypes that we are always categorized into. So, this movie brought out the talent and the exceptional characteristics of Mary Com, which made her world famous. So, let us begin with this amazing chapter. There had to be one successful story if Indians were to survive in sports. And we have that story now. Enough has been said about this great warrior who conquered the world. This warrior is none other than Mary Mount-de-Com, the conqueror and the comrade. She is famed as a 5 times world boxing champion and the only boxer to win a medal in every one of the 6 world championships. In the 2012 Olympics, she became the first Indian woman boxer to qualify and win a bronze medal in the 51 kg flyweight category of boxing. So, what does the first paragraph tell us? The first paragraph tells us that we have many stories of great Indians who have become very successful in different categories of sports. And among them all, the writer is giving a lot of due respect to Mary Com over here. And how do we know the writer is giving a lot of respect? Because if you see the words conqueror and comrade have the mean, if you see the meaning has been applied in such a way that it is Mary Com's name along with the actual word. So instead of conqueror and comrade, the writer has used conqueror and comrade. Right. Similarly, the writer goes on to tell us that in 2012 Olympics, she was the first Indian woman boxer to win a bronze medal. Although, if you see her interview, she was very upset that she couldn't win the gold medal for India. And she promised out over there in front of the entire media that one day she will surely win a gold medal, which of course she has done it in her life. But in this textbook, it has not been told to us as of now. And she represented the country in the 51 kg flyweight category of boxing. Now, what is the meaning of flyweight? If you know, in boxing, you have different categories. You have lightweight, you have flyweight, you have heavyweight, depending on your body mass. So here probably Mary Com was around maybe she was between 48 to 52 kgs. Therefore, she participated in the 51 kg flyweight. If you want to go on to represent in the heavyweight, then you have to put on that much weight. Your body weight should be that much. So that is what the first paragraph tells us. Now quickly mark the grammar. You have in the first line the word successful. Give me the opposite of successful. You could either write unsuccessful or also failure. Then next line you have the word survive. Again opposite word will be perish. Perish. Third line you have the sentence enough has been said about this great warrior. Change it to past perfect tense. So your answer will be enough had been said about this great warrior. Next, you come to that line. She is famed as a 5 times world boxing champion. Add a question tag. Your answer will be she is famed as a 5 times world boxing champion, comma, isn't she? And a question mark. Remember one thing, you do not add a question mark, you will lose marks. So it's a must. Then you have third last line the word qualify. Opposite of qualify will be disqualify. So let's continue now. The first paragraph is done. Now in this later part of the paragraph, now you will do part of the lesson rather. You will learn about where she was born, who inspired her to become a boxer, and what kind of a life she lived along with her parents. Kom was born in Kangthai village, Mauryan, Lamkai in Churancharpur district of rural Manipur in eastern India. She came from a poor family. Her parents, Mangte Tonpa Kom and Mangte Akham Kom, were tenant farmers who worked in june fields. Com grew up in humble surroundings, helping her parents with farm related chores, going to school and learning athletics initially and later boxing simultaneously. Her father was a keen wrestler in his younger age. So we are told that Mary Com did not come from a very rich family or a rich background. She came from a very humble surrounding because she was born in a rural village in Manipur. Rural meaning village, sorry, and urban means a city. And she was born in a poor family. How do we know that? Because her parents were tenant farmers. Tenant farmers means they did not have a field of their own. But her parents, her mummy and her daddy would go to work for somebody else's farm, somebody else's field. And they worked in June fields. June fields are where you have it's a where different crops are cultivated around the year. In geography, you have done the Kharif and the Rabi crops, a shifting cultivation. So that is called a June field. So in a sense, she came from a poor family and her parents would go to work. Therefore, she would go to school, but at the same time, she would help her parents in the household chores. Household chores means household work. So, from a young age, she balanced herself between helping her parents and going to school. At the same time, she was before she was interested in athletics, running. Later on, she developed a liking for boxing, and her father himself was a wrestler, was a keen wrestler. Keen wrestler meaning very much interested in this particular sport. Right. Over here you mark class. Com was born in Kangthai village. Rewrite in the interrogative form. So your answer will be wasn't Com born in Kangthai village and a question mark. Then you come to third line. She came from a poor family. Rewrite in the negative form. Answer is she did not come from a rich family. If I have to take the same sentence and my question is add a question tag, then my answer will be She came from a poor family, comma, didn't she? And a question mark. Because here we don't have an auxiliary verb, therefore, since came is in the past tense, you use the auxiliary verb did. Then you have the word there, humble. Give me the noun form of humble. It will be humility. Humility. And humble is an adjective. Chores, I already told you, it means daily work. Last sentence. Her father was a keen wrestler in his younger age. Change it to past perfect tense. Answer will be her father had been a keen wrestler in his younger age. Let's do the next paragraph. She had an eager interest in athletics since childhood, and the success of Dingo Singh, a fellow Manipuri, returned from the 1998 Bangkok Asian Games with a gold medal. Com recollects had inspired many youngsters in Manipur to try boxing, and she too thought of giving it a try. So this paragraph tells us that the person of her father was of course had inspired her, but moreover there was another person who was an inspiration, and that was Dingo Singh. Dingo Singh was the man who brought a gold medal for our country after winning in the Bangkok Asian Game. And since he belonged to Manipur itself, many youngsters followed his footsteps. And one among them was Mary Com. And remember one thing, that boxing is one such game where the females, the ladies, do not think of going at all. But Mary Com said, why not? Let me give it a try. So she thought of joining boxing. If you see in the screen, you have her parents out there, very simple people, and on the in the other picture you have the village where she came from. Let's continue. All right, before I continue, just mark the grammar part in that particular paragraph. She had an eager interest in athletics. Again, your question is add a question tag. Now your answer will be she had an eager interest in athletics, didn't she? Now you will wonder why. Although over here had is an auxiliary verb, but it plays the role of a main verb. Therefore, you will use the past tense auxiliary verb did. So it will be she had an eager interest in athletics, comma, didn't she? And a question mark. Alright. You have the word recollects. Third last line. Give me the noun form of recollects. Answer will be recollection. ION. Same line you have the word inspired. That's a verb. Again into a noun you change. It will be inspiration. Don't forget we add the article the before changing it into a noun. Alright, let's continue to the next paragraph. Mary Com's career started in 2000 after her victory in the Manipur State Women's Boxing Championship and the Regional Championship in West Bengal. In 2001, she started competing at international level. She was only 18 years old when she made her international debut at the first AIBA Women's World Boxing Championship in United States, winning a silver medal in the 48 kg weight category. Her greatness is reinforced by the way she apologized to the whole nation for not being able to win the gold. She is a legend for sure and an idol for all the sportswomen to look up to. So it goes on to tell us she went on to win a lot of medals, and she was only 18 years old when she participated in the Women's World Boxing Championship that was held in America, United States. And the organization was AIBA. AIBA stands for Amateur International Boxing Association. It's a non-profit making organization which usually goes on to, motivate those sportsmen and women who who are very talented and who really are very good in their field. So that is where she and these type of organization are way of motivating youngsters to join the sports and make it as a career all the more. And this is where she won the medal, and she was really very happy in the 48 kg category. But of course, once again, she did not win the gold. So she was a little disappointed, and she's so humble because each time she would lose, she would always raise the bar of her winning. She would always feel this is not the end. I need to do much better than that. And that is something amazing about her characteristic. She was a lady, or she was a young girl, a sportswoman who was not satisfied with what she got. She felt she could do much better, and she strove hard for it. That is the best part of her quality, and that is what one has to learn from her. So that is what this particular session of the chapter tells us. Okay, mark the grammar class here. She was only 18 years old when she made her international debut. Pick out the conjunction and state its kind. So here your conjunction is when, and it's a subordinator because it's a clause. International opposite will be national. Then you have the word greatness, which is a noun. Give me the adjective form. So it will be great. You add to be before the word. So to be great. Okay. Then you have, see the third last line. She is a legend for sure and an idol for all the sportswomen to look up to. Again, pick out the conjunction and state its kind. So your answer is and it's a coordinator. To look up to means to admire. It's a phrase class. Okay, so with this I end up my part of this part 1 YouTube video of Mary Com. In the next I will be sending part 2 and 3, which is in the form of an interview. The rest part of the chapter is in the form of an interview. So have a great day class, and God bless all of you.